Go. Yes. Good evening, world. Good evening to the Sprue review with me, LK, or K.L as it appears there. We have
Tommy Sewell. That's just me. Hiya.
Who he is.
Who else? Go on. I'll go down.
Who else?
And now I'm Matt Kennedy, or MK Paints 4 on Instagram.
And Lance Allen Miniatures, Instagram.
Nice. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here all together?
We're a bunch of Golden Demon winners. And
Slayer Sword winner. Just
Slayer
like
Sword winner. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There we go. He's about here somewhere. There he is.
Special.
A couple of painting judges. And we're all want to talk about the latest new releases.
Exactly what's happening. So, guys, we're
Shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze.
Let's do it. So, this is Sprue review, September 2019. What we got? What's been coming out? And we're going to focus on the 40k side of things because there has been a shit ton of releases coming out.
Loads.
The heresy train didn't used to stop. Now the 40k train doesn't stop. So
shows no sign of stopping.
No sign. So we got some Raven Guard goodies. I think that's what we're going to hit first.
Raven
blessed
Guard.
Raven Guard. Right. Yeah. What can we say?
Right, my first gut reaction there is Deathwing. Because I've just noticed that they've got feathers everywhere. In the original Deathwing from back in the day had feathers because they were more Native American based, weren't they? So I'm looking at all the feathers there and thinking, right, I can get them on some Terminators.
Nice.
Yeah, I think with the feathers, you could probably use them in a lot of Age of Sigmar stuff as well. It'd be really cool.
Absolutely.
And
yes,
I like the fact that they're really. Yeah, I like the fact that they're really kind of cracking open all the other Space Marines now. They're not just using the standard sort of 4 Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, and Ultramarines.
Yeah, man.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Lance, I know you're a fanboy. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's all about the fringe. It's got to be about the fringe for me. Bad boy fringe.
That fringe, though.
Right, come on.
Show us the fringe. Get the fringe out.
What, the fringe?
Yeah, go on.
Do we like the fringe on the model?
Fringe, there we go.
It's all right. Yeah.
I'm a massive fan of the Raven Guard models.
I love it.
The add-ons are perfect for the Primaris upgrades. I'm just massive fan. You'll be seeing more from me on these, especially Shrike coming Golden Demon. So,
this is Shrike.
Yeah, it's the new Shrike, isn't it?
Is that a spoiler?
They
Is
done
that
him
what you're doing
justice?
for Golden Demon?
There's what? Say that again.
Have they done him justice? I think so.
Think? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the base being too big, but take it off the base.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the image we've got on the screen now, to me, the base is the focal point of the model, but a lot of that is to do with the way it's painted, the background it's presented on. Well, what I mean is, that's the one big singular point of colour on the entire model that isn't black or white. His head is black and white, his shoulders black and white, his hands are black and white, his knee is black and white, everything's black and white. So his head isn't a feature within all that. Do you see what I mean? It's just another part of the black and white. Whereas that's a big portion of warm greys, so I constantly want to look at that piece of scenery. So, that's nothing to do with the sculpting or whatever else. And I don't know how they decide on colour schemes like that. And obviously, Mark, being a heavy metal painter, will be able to shed light on that. But the model itself
with this one, I think with this one, they've been really clever because they haven't just done a flat basic white. If you look a lot closer, it's kind of an off blue, glazed in a lot of blues in there.
Yeah,
but I think it was Max that did the Apothecary as well, and I think he started from like a white and inky by darkness base and blended it right up, and I think that's kind of what they've done here. So it kind of works. If you look at the shoulder pad, that's like a pure white, and then everything else is kind of an off bluish white.
Yeah,
which is quite interesting. It's really cool, really nice paint.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It screams of all the fetishes of Raven Guard.
Exactly.
They're exaggerated. You've got the claw. Yes, it's Primaris. I've got a problem with ankle strappy boots, but apart from that, I love it.
I love the ankle boots, mate.
You like the
I
ankle
think-
boot?
For me, when it comes, I've got a really specific scheme in mind for this, and we had a little chat off podcast about the way in which this will look. I think it definitely deserves some, zenithal lighting, some scratches. It definitely needs some pinpoint. The white matte you spot on with the the blues and everything that's in it. I think if it's a different paint job, might warrant it a little bit better. Tommy, you mentioned about the base. Again, you can get some graffiti in there. You can get some iconography. There's a story to tell here, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, in contrast to the old model, I like the movement of the old model, where this one actually doesn't have it, unfortunately. Because the old model was...
There's a little bit.
I think this is more of like a statement than anything else, rather than mid-battle, which I think works just as well.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, if you want to change it, there's so much scope there now with the plastics that you can literally just get a hobby knife and just do what you
having
want.
said that, I wonder if these claw pieces at his ankles are reposable. Can you have them at the front? Can you put them in a swooping?
It's your hobby, Tommy. You can do what you want.
I'll tell you tomorrow when I buy it.
All right, cool.
There you go.
To be fair, with a clever little cut, definitely.
Now we're talking.
Have it clawing.
Sorry, guys, jumped from black to black, and I know sometimes that's not the right way to go, but almost the same palette actually. I've just noticed. This is an Iron Hands character. It's been out a little bit longer than the rest of the things we're showcasing.
He's very nice. He's more my style than the other guy.
You're more your style, Tommy.
Yeah, he definitely appeals to me more. I understand a lot more of him. In this image here, he's definitely the focal point of the model. His face is definitely the focal point. His silhouette, somewhat I understand. I like how heavy his boots are. I like how kind of bottom heavy he is, regardless of having all this razzmatazz up at the top.
The Gravis chunky boot really works with this Iron Hand character. It sells the heaviness, the blunt trauma he's about to put down.
It just is a minute. You can kind of tell he's not messing about. Again, this is one I'll probably buy, because it's got, again, a few minor conversions, and you've got a really, really, really nice Tech Marine.
It is.
I mean, the head you could swap out or do crazy stuff with.
Do you know what?
So good.
I've just noticed his head looks like he's got one of these mustaches that goes like that.
Spoilers.
Was not meant to jump ahead there, but we can come back to that image. So we got the sisters come in as well. Sisters doing it for themselves in plastic.
It's interesting this. Now I can see it on the big screen in front of me. I can kind of see how mature this lady looks. Yes. She actually looks like she's matriarchal as opposed to some pretty fitty, which is what you'd normally get in nerd circles with something like this. And I'm noticing they've changed the shape of some of the features, like on the sword. I really like that.
So she could be hundreds of years old, right? With all the juvenile treatments and the gene resequencing that the 40K has. Yeah, I think it's cool. I'm not drawn to this model necessarily, like the new Primaris, but I think there's some awesome details which really sing of the.
I've said it with you guys before, and I think I'm going to say it again. I'm a little bit underwhelmed with the Sisters release. Great models, awesome history and iconography, but I'm not a fan. I've got to say, I'm not a fan.
Why?
Why not?
I'm appealing to you, Lance. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Please.
It's the pose, everything. Like,
what would you rather she was doing?
Well, I mean, that for me, she's like how Tommy put it, she's a very mature lady.
Is she a canoness? Can I just say that?
She is.
I would assume so. Yeah. You could use her as one if she isn't.
She's going to be a captain of some description.
If you think about the models that Games Workshop have released recently, okay, there is an AOS model which is pretty much doing the same thing, pointing a staff forward and has something like a hammer or something put down. There's a lot of monopose models coming out at the minute. I'd like to see a Sisters model that isn't.
Who was that?
I'd like to see a Sisters model that isn't so monopose. Because if you think about when this is printed, right, when it's put into a sprue, you guarantee that that's going to be cut in half. That is going to be staff attached. You've got very little movement with that.
Yeah.
But look at her. Not much movement, but a lot of energy.
Yeah.
To me, there's loads of movement in that.
Loads of movement. Yeah, that's not her.
Yeah.
This is a vignette, really, as a miniature.
All right. Yeah. There's lots of what I would call noise in that, and it's good noise. You know, I can hear the birds. I can hear the words that are being spoken by both characters. I can hear the whir of whatever this machinery is going. I can hear the fluttering of the flutes. You know, I'm in there. That's
I can feel the passion.
well done. Yeah. And on top of that, looking at it, this is a little bit of a painter's dream. There's OSL from the weird fleur-de-lis thing she's got. There's a freehand inspiration on the book, on the armour. You can do it on text.
Liquids.
The robes are all clean. Yeah, there's no detail sculpting in.
This will be fun. This looks fun to paint, I must say.
That the opportunity on that as a painter is massive. You know,
but you want more dynamic. What?
I'm happy with that. You are trigger happy with these pictures today,
I know, you are screaming through these pictures, mate.
Screamer. She's screaming or shouting.
Lance,
Let's not be sexist.
Lance, you didn't like the sort of monopose. This is not monopose at all.
No, it's not. But like I said, there's different. The whole range of Sisters of Battle out at the minute. I'm sure later on we'll see some of the sisters that have got like, you know, the standard Space Marine heavy flamer pose and that sort of thing. He's the Repenter, if I'm not mistaken.
Penitents.
The Penitents of the Repentiers. You know, lots of movement, but they've definitely taken from the Necromunda style movement in models here. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of Necromunda like movement in these models.
With these, I'm kind of planning an all-female war cry. Sort of warband with these, because they've got kind of, you could kind of do a sort of steampunky mechanical aspect with the sort of nodes they've got in their arms.
I like that addition.
Yeah.
Lance really hates them. Lance is so underwhelmed, he left.
Has he left? What's going on with the shoulders here? I'm just looking at the shoulders on her. Is this because she's got bionic arms?
These are the...
Well, look at the top part of the shoulder where you've got just above the plug, the way a shoulder joins. That. That's an interesting feature, that, and it reminds me of Battle Angel Alita. She's got robot arms.
It's not very 40k, is it? It's almost like something more cyborgy than plug and plank.
So immediately I'm seeing her with porcelain arms now because of that. Just that join. It might be a natural join. It might be meant to be filled, and you know, she's got flesh arms. But
this doesn't strike me as anything like the normal CAD we've been seeing. It feels like they've not borrowed a dimension here and a curvature there, but they've actually said, let's do something very dynamic. And it feels like an original piece, actually. Not that other pieces aren't original across other lines.
Have we
feels like
seen
so much different movement.
Have we seen any more movement from these models?
Sorry?
Have we seen any more movement from this? Is the only picture we've seen released.
Sure.
Isn't it?
No, I think we've got another picture of her.
I don't know if there's any more from different.
Okay, this girl, woman. Well,
so,
is she aging or young, Tom?
Sort of a classic pose. She's young.
and
she's in her 40s.
This is the point that I tried to make with you guys before, was classic pose. Okay, I'm all for the iconography and the history of Sisters of Battle. Absolutely love it. I had Sisters of Battle when I was younger. I think given the technology, the way that we've seen, say, like some of the AOS models move, look at the Nighthorn, look at the, you know, the Gloom Spike Git, stuff like that, just how thin and dynamic and movement they are. For them to bring out a model that's this monopose and the one before.
The models you just mentioned are new lines. They have that freedom. They have the blank.
They are. But you can have the freedom with this. You know, there's if you think about the iconography side of it, they've released the Primaris as they are, with loads of movement, loads of options, and they brought out the upgrade kits for different sort of Space Marine legions.
I think they're kind of damned if they went really crazy, like, and started doing mental poses, which should be great for a lot of people. I think you're kind of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because
Yeah.
people go, these aren't Sisters of Battle, this isn't what we were waiting for. Whereas if you kind of give them the sort of classic look, but with an upgrade.
Maybe we're
agree.
going to see a bit of both.
They've
Yeah.
honoured the traditions, but they
Yeah.
have struck out in enough
I still like the metal
directions.
ones.
Yeah,
I was
the
going to
metal.
say this very much looks like one of the old metal ones, like
Yeah.
the ones I'd use as a unit sergeant, a unit leader,
The fleur de
Yeah.
lis, the
Good one.
cro-
which
cross.
kind of justifies exactly what Lance was saying, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't value it in any way. I really like
Lance is entitled to his opinion, even if
Exactly.
it's very wrong.
Democracy.
It's very wrong.
Democracy.
But I must say
Yeah,
that this
yeah.
doesn't inspire me to grab it and paint it. This
I'm
is
not.
just a unit bod
For a
to me.
diorama, though, guys, these are all especially.
I'd choose the medic. I'd choose the nurse one, the hospital
too.
or whatever she
Yeah.
is.
I'm with Tommy. I think he's hit the nail on the head there. That there are army models and then there are individual models.
Yeah.
And what's this one, Lance? I'm sorry, guys, I've stretched her out. Tommy, how old do you think she is?
She's wearing a helmet, but I think
Don't
Tommy
know.
can do this.
She's had a few boyfriends because she collects obviously skulls in
Yes,
skulls in a box.
unsuccessful relationships. Times 5. And this is her mother, like she's never going to give me grandchildren.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And that's her auntie saying, "Oh, let's
Brilliant.
go. I give up."
Yeah,
Where's
that's,
her dad?
that's the
Li-
devil
listen.
and the angel on each shoulder. That's
Oh,
what
nice.
it is.
Good
Yeah,
interpretation, lads. I like that. Yeah,
Wow.
penitence and passion.
I tell you
maybe.
what, all my memories are coming back now. I'm beginning to get
Uh-oh.
upset.
Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm sure I should be one of those skulls in many women's triptychs.
Tommy, this is not your therapy painting channel. We'll come to
It
that
always
later.
turns into therapy with me, so I
You can do that
apologise.
after,
I'll keep
mate.
my
Do
mouth
that
shut.
This girl is. This is phallic to me.
I like
it's
that.
feminine,
Phallic.
but masculine. So she's
Ah,
a
okay,
strong
yeah.
thrusting pose on a very,
Thrusting,
very
yeah.
powerful woman. I love this. This balances male
Yeah,
and
yeah,
female
yeah.
energy for me.
Let me just throw this out there, right? Look at her
Yeah.
left hand, right? You ready? It looks like a T-Rex.
Sorry, this one.
All right.
Lance.
I know what you mean.
Why did you do that? Like, it was so good before you ruined it.
This might be an early render, though, so this could have been done
It
years
could
ago.
be. But
She's
I
my
actually
I'm
favourite.
just
like
stacking
that.
them up.
to quote Tommy, I think this is more of an army piece.
It is an army piece, and I actually like it.
Well, it depends
because,
how
like
you
what
paint
Elle said,
it.
it's dynamic. It is dynamic.
It's dynamic. It's dynamic enough.
Yeah.
Right. We've done
It
the
does what it
system.
says on the
that
tip.
lot out.
Oh, here we go. Now
This
now
is
we're
what
talking.
Can I
everybody tuned in for.
Before we skip forward, can I just say that new Iron Father model would be amazing with a few conversions to say like the Crimson Fists to Imperial Fists.
Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Take
Absolutely.
out-
No, you can't.
Yeah.
We've gone past the picture.
If you take out the
Moving
left,
on.
It's there on the left. It's there on the
He's
left.
back.
yeah, it is.
It's
And
fine.
thanks, Tommy. Thank you.
Right, so
What I
we've
will say is that if a band member from Kiss was a Space Marine, he would be that tech father with a boot like that.
Oh, they are
Very
some
glam
massive-
rock, very
they
glam
are
rock.
Some big ass boots.
Yeah, same.
so you spent time thinking about that, Lance. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
So
He's got notes. He's got
guy
notes.
is we've covered him. We're not covering him so much today, but if anyone wants to just because we haven't got another image of him. Did everyone love Khan? Because I love Khan.
yeah,
I like the fact that they're sculpting different ethnicities as well.
I like that.
So it's a universe that's huge, and they've kind of just got. It used to just be sort of like either a black guy or a white guy. That was it, and
It's
now
so
they're kind
cool.
of just branching out.
you know,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
needs to paint
I
that
relate
car.
to this guy. Like I'm just sent off my results for ancestry.com. I don't know what I am, but I think I might be like this guy. So
Did you
it's
actually
nice.
send it off to Ancestry.com?
I just sent
You
it
know
off.
who
Yeah.
needs to paint-
Oh, nice.
Tune in next
you know who
time.
needs to paint that
Find
car
out what the
model?
fuck I am.
I've been wondering.
There's one
You
person.
all have.
There's one person that needs to paint that Khan model.
Who?
Robin McLeod.
Yes. Well,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
He
yeah,
has to
yeah,
paint.
yeah, yeah.
He's got to paint that Khan model.
Okay, I like this game. Who should paint the Iron Father? Richard Gray.
I was just about to say which grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who should
Andy
paint
Wardle.
Casaro Khan? Were you saying Rob? Anyone else?
Rob McLeod,
Yeah, Rob
yeah.
McLeod.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Fister, Mr. Fisto.
Mr. Fister.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Andy Wardle. Andy Wardle.
Andy
you know what?
Andy
Matt-
Wardle.
No.
He's got
No.
an Imperial Fist army, man.
I
No,
think
I'm gonna go-
Andy
And he's
should
one of
paint
the-
Sally's.
I'm going to
And-
go old school and say Matt Parks.
Ooh.
Oh right. Oh, he's
Ooh. No.
Yeah.
You know who needs to paint that model?
Oh,
Paul Norton.
Norton.
Okay. Yeah.
Norton
All right.
needs to paint
Yeah.
that model.
To get him away from his silvers and
Respect
blues
to
and
the
reds.
Norton.
He might have done it. He might have done it.
He
might be
might have done
Norton.
that
Yeah,
and said that.
And
But
I reckon
Natalie
Sally-
did. Natalie did a lot of the
Yeah,
Imperial
that's it.
Fist for the box art recently, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she made on that.
So we've got these
Tom
two
did
new guys,
the-
right?
no.
Look at that art. We love this art. I love
What
this
is
art. I
his
won't speak
face
to you
about,
guys.
though? I want to put cream on his face. He looks.
What's wrong with his face, though? Awesome model. That face, though.
It looks.
I think it's when you get, when you get caught in a photograph, like mid-conversation.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
He does look
It's
like Jay
almost
Leno.
like-
Though. He does look like that other meme that's going around.
Yeah,
Oh,
he really
Jay
does.
Leno.
It's
look
almost
Jay Leno.
like he entered the world like gurning competition.
He looks
That's a
like his
powerful
own
chin.
cartoon character there, though, don't he?
Yeah.
What a model, though. Like, this screams Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
He's the Bastion. He's the Sentinel of Terror. He's chunky. He's got fists. He's got
Yeah,
bulges.
He's a toy
He's got another
soldier.
thing on the top.
No, he is
He's
really
a toy
cool.
fucking soldier. That's all he is.
He makes me want to do a Manius Calgar conversion.
I'll tell you what, though.
There you go.
That's
You know
all
what?
I see there. I
We
see
love the
that
model,
Manius
though,
That's
right?
Calgar
not
that
a
could
bad
have been.
idea.
We
That
love
is
the
not
model.
a bad idea.
Yeah, the
But
Calgar
that
that
face,
should
though.
Toy soldier. Thank you.
The Gorgonites.
But that model.
Do you, so, Lance, am I guessing you don't like the face, Lance?
I like the face.
So, I'm not sure if we've got a shot of the cloak.
No.
No, they've not
Yeah.
done a 360 yet.
The cloak is, I think, could do with a little bit of conversion work. The stance is perfect, iconic Imperial Fists. That's like the saying, come on.
That face, though.
What
And
on earth?
And this
Please read it out. Read it out. L, you do He-Man. Lance, you do the other guy.
Go on, your best
I
voices.
don't think I can remember the tone of the He-Man.
Just do it
Adam.
the best you can.
Fisto, my friend, are you all right? Here, let me help you to your feet. Hey, don't pull the script
Go
away.
back.
I
don't
can't go back.
Script.
It's done. So what do we think of the Sally?
Amazing.
Amazing. 10
Yeah.
out. I give this 8.5 out of 10.
This is one of my favourite of the Primaris releases
Me too.
Yeah. Absolutely agree.
Always bet on black.
because it's not been visited as much as all the other stuff.
There's other reasons. I
Um,
just think it's super dynamic, right?
The only thing that I have a question about on this model is why does it need the tiny knob under the pistol?
The what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's
wow.
a flamer. It's a flamer.
But why do you need the tiny little valve?
That's where the gas
For the
comes
gas.
from to
It's
light
the
it.
ignition,
Yeah,
isn't
but
it? It's
For the
ignition.
Prometheum.
Yeah, but it's a space marine. Like he needs anything to reduce the purge.
What do you mean? Like,
To ignite the chamber.
Yeah. So the flame comes out the bottom, gas comes out the front, creates a flame.
And I know how
Yeah.
a flame works. But, it's
It's-
the first model that we've ever seen that has a little valve attached to a flamer.
Is he a bit fat? Can I just put that
the old
out there?
Chaplain Cassius does.
You're fat shaming.
Is he a bit fat?
No, no, not at all.
No.
He's
just
got
big
he's got a
armoured.
delicately poised flat stomach.
He's not fat. He's just big boned. All right.
Exactly.
I like
It's
it.
January for him. It's January.
I'm
It's
not
like
into that
Christmas.
model, you know.
Really?
Really? So
Yeah, it
why?
doesn't tick my boxes.
How many boxes
Salomon-
have you got?
How many what?
Boxes have you got to pick? I mean,
How many
How old
boxes?
would you say he is, Tommy?
how old is this salamander?
How old is he, Tommy?
I don't. I'm not an expert in Primaris Marine, so he's got to be young if he's Primaris Marine.
True.
I couldn't say.
Well, not necessarily.
Yes.
It's a couple
Oh yeah,
hundred
he could have
years
been converted, couldn't he? Yeah.
in.
Cross the Rubicon Primaris.
Yeah, to me, I don't think I would enjoy painting that personally.
Green's definitely a horrible color.
It's my favourite colour of paint.
What have we got here? What have you put up?
Right.
Oh,
Green.
right, okay. He's just
Now
a
we're
bod
talking.
to me.
Eldar, after many, many years. How many years? Matt, Tommy, old
Too many
GW
years.
people. What? How many years has it been since Eldar had anything this badass? Or
I think the last one was the the last one was the 3 aspect
Yunari.
guys. The Yunari, that's the one.
Yeah,
That's
the art art guy for
Mhm.
that
the Cadia,
the
the
Cadia
trio
Cadians.
was amazing.
Tell you what, I have
But-
noticed with a lot of the sculpts recently, all of the character sculpts or all of the new sculpts that are coming out have got little basing bits with them. You look at all the sisters; they're all standing on something. You look at the new other, like Primaris models, and whatnot. They're standing on something. This one and various other new releases are standing on something. They're adding a lot more dynamic poses with basing bits.
Do we like this dynamic pose? He seems very static to me.
Yeah, he just seems like a general god to me.
There's so
Yeah,
many memes about these. So many
I
memes.
know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've never been a Dark Eldar kind of guy, or Drukari, whatever you want to call him now. So he doesn't really tick many of my boxes. However, what I hope is coming next. Well, no, I've only had 2 that I'm not that excited about. All the rest I'm all right with.
We want him here for his opinion.
Exactly.
You know?
He's almost
Whatever that's
like...
worth.
Go on, Matt.
No, I was going to say, I'm just saying he was here for his opinion. That's fine.
That's fine.
It's almost like he's the kind of guy that you see in a mosh pit. It's like, come on, bro, come on, let's go.
Let's
go.
It's not his first mosh bit either. Not his first mosh bit.
No.
It feels super Slaneshy to me. I love it.
It's got a double-headed glaive, hasn't it?
Exactly. Imagine if he was
His first
spinning
one
it.
must have been traumatic for him to go in one.
Hey, there we go.
Imagine
No,
it.
I like that much more.
He's the Darth Maul of the Dark Eldar world.
He could do this. This is a move he can do in the Codex.
This isn't an
Really, like
Incubi,
a
though, is
special
it?
move.
This is a new one. It's a Clavex. I think they're called a Clivex.
Oh, is it a new weapon?
Yeah, no, it's I think they're going to be like a jewel box.
Now
I'm
you're
assuming.
talking.
There we go.
There is
Eldar.
elegance and grace.
Elegance, grace, and lovely hair.
It's how Eldar should be.
Yeah.
Is this how you'd want the sisters to look? This kind of dynamic?
No, because they wear Space Marine armor.
They're not as light.
They don't wear Wraithbone.
Yeah.
I really like that. Right.
Cool. So, my God.
Now this excites me, but first thing through my head as a matter of it was part. No, it wasn't a rage. But what was the major problem with the old model was it was going to be fragile at the point of contact with the base. Now that does not inspire that problem has been fixed. That's.
I think it
uninspired by
has
breakages, but it's amazing. Do I want to paint it? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think it has been fixed because the problem with the old model was it was metal.
It was metal,
lead and
definitely.
people
Yeah, absolutely.
heavy. This
absolutely
is like, and if we go back to the Yunari that we were talking about, you've got the guy with the spirals.
I mean,
he's literally hanging on that. And some of the Nighthaunt models that have got like shrouds and whatnot, they're literally bouncing off them.
I just think the design of this flows so well from the Banshee the Eldar warrior we just saw. Like, this is HQ, that's rank and file, and this is that cranked up. And God, this is going to be like the Abaddon. Everyone, all the big boys, you guys included, will all be painting one, and we'll all be like, oh, look at this and look at that, and it's just where the art informs each other, and everyone, the community really gets excited about a model. I think this is the next Abaddon on that level. She's just.
Do you know what?
It's beautiful.
What I really like about this is it's Jane Czar. It's not changed. It just is the same.
Updated.
It's the same. It's the same Jane Czar. Yeah, just a new pose.
I want to do
in
it
plastic,
shiny
like you said, Lance. Definitely.
See, I hope with this, because they're sort of bleeding out week by week, we get I don't know if you remember, it was a Bealtan thing. It was the Court of the Young King. So it was an avatar, and I think it was like 4 or 5 Phoenix Lords, and that was your HQ.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they do like, I think, is it Morgan Ra?
The
other guys, and a new
Ra,
plastic
Fugan,
avatar.
As a man, plastic avatar.
They should do plastic, every version of plastic aspects, because we're due warp spiders, we're due striking scorpions, we're due, Wraith Guard are pretty standard at the minute. I'm trying to think what other models that they have in Finecast a minute. The
warp spiders.
Yeah, warp spiders. The Eldar avatar needs a new model. He's tiny.
He's still amazing though.
He's tiny. Unless you buy the Forge World one, but
that's too big, I think.
It's not.
You think?
Yeah, it's a little too big.
I can't wait to see the 360. I think we all agree this is the standout model. But guys,
Yeah.
just to wrap up, that's the last model for the show. I think
Good way to
that
end.
is just 2 months worth of models. I'm just doing a quick totting up of their release schedule.
2 months.
Well,
That's not
some of
even
these
half
are
of them.
leaked. Some of these are not released yet, but the actual leak time, and it's just phenomenal. How lucky are we? So yeah, sum up. I want everyone to tell me their favourite model, starting with you, Matt, and Tommy.
I think we kind of ended on a high. With James R. I mean, I love that figure in metal, the old Jez Goodwin one, and that's got. I'd change the colour scheme. I know they've done that sort of tie-in with all the other Banshees, but I'd change it a little bit. But it's so good. Paint job, figure, amazing.
Yeah. Agreed. But I'd be torn between the little vignette of the sister, like medic, nursey, hospital lady. She was very good.
Brilliant. Nance?
James R's the first model that I ever painted for a competition.
Nostalgia.
So that's
Nice.
definitely up there for me. The close behind would be the Iron Hands Iron Father.
Cool. I'm just going to say James R. I want to paint him in sparkly purple, and I want also the. I do love the Salamander Captain. I'm not sure I'll paint it, but I'm looking forward to seeing people do it. Come on, Andy, do it. So yeah, awesome. So that's the end of our review section. I think we're just going to have a little look at what Matt's been painting. Are you all right with that, Matt?
Yeah, go for it. I've been doing this for months
now. Everyone else has been lazy.
I know.
I've not been lazy. I've been sharing pictures.
Yeah.
I'm taking a hiatus. I'm
hearing a lot of excuses. Back to Matt's work.
I am as well.
Geez Louise, Matt. You guys used to work on a schedule, Tommy, Matt. So this is what we expect, right? So anyway, this is a sneak peek of Matt's upcoming works, which may or may not appear at a competition near you. Oh, texture, shiny goodness! Look at that contrast. Look at the hue. Look at the difference between the cloak and the mushroom and the face and all.
I think I hate you a little for getting that yellow just perfect.
I hate him for his yellow right now.
It's hard. That's about 30, 40 layers of milk consistency.
Hell, really?
Yeah.
Jesus. This is why you should never paint Imperial Fists.
This is why you don't invite Slayer Sword winners to do a podcast.
Yeah.
No, I love you. I love your skin on this, by the way. I think it's brilliant.
This is gorgeous, mate. I love the delineation on the bone there. It's so subtle that you've just made it.
It's one of the hardest things to do. That Is
this going to be a squad or is it a single?
Don't know, mate.
Oh, all right,
secret squirrel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at this. I love this. Even the hat, like you've got that nice depth there, and then you're going up to more saturated type, mate.
It's all about the verdigris on the little bronze underneath the chin,
and the teeth, and non-metallic, but not. They've just got a little satin effect to them with the placement. Oh man!
Yeah. I just love painting orcs.
Give me your things. Give me your skills. Where's his arm?
That would be here. Still to be painted. There you go.
Right. Well, let's critique it, guys. We're not new to this rodeo. Let's do a little critique. Anything from you, Tommy? Anything from you, Lance?
Critique.
Yeah. You right with
How
that,
old is he, Tommy? Oh, yeah, go for it.
Matt just golfed.
If you want.
4. He is 4 years old.
4 years
there
old.
There you go.
4 years old.
He's 4 years old. Yeah. Any critique? Man, what
I guess for me,
you need to see it finished.
I'm
you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But we're playing a game with him, and we're gonna do this to each other every week. So
that's fine, mate.
I never signed up for this.
Do your worst.
I think for me, it'd be nice to see you do some non-metallic metal.
I did it once on the Chaplain.
Okay.
Last games day. It kind of scares me a little bit because it's quite. You've got with that kind of thing. You've got the big players doing it. You've got like Neil Hollis, Andy Gray, Richard Gray, and Andy Wardle doing it. It's like they're doing it well, really, really, really well, like world class. And I need to dip my toe in the ocean a little bit with that one.
I'll help you out.
Fear. There you go.
I know
mate.
a guy who does a
painting
course
courses.
on that. He's called Tommy.
Mm.
I would just say the only thing I could pick out on this, which is really hard, is this material on the hat. It's so close to this material on the gun. I'm like, are they the same thing? Is that like leather on the casing? I'm asking the question, so I might want to push that a little further away, but that's just me.
Yeah, so it's a spot color. So so it's the same on the strap around his leg, and on his buzzsaw, it'll have there again. So it'll all sort of.
You have made this warmer, this edge, than this, so I can see what you've done.
What made you decide to do the teeth black?
Good question. I saw it done by Aidan Daly. So he did a couple of years ago. He entered the open competition with the Auric War Boss.
Yeah, the black one.
It was amazing, and the skin was so vibrant. And he did these really like onyx black teeth, and I just went, that makes the face jump out so much more.
Yeah. So are you going to take them right up to a proper shine then?
Right so this isn't 100% complete yet.
No.
So
that's why you've got to. That's why I'm asking questions as opposed to offering suggestions, because you can't judge the soup on its taste when it's half done, can you?
Yeah.
You can't judge chapter 10 by chapter 2.5.
Correct.
Exactly.
Nice. Awesome work, Matt. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And
no worries.
We'll all jump in next month. We're going to do these monthly at least. I mean, the rate things are coming. You might see us a bit more in between. Thank you.
I'll go again next week, mate.
Tommy's ready to go. He's ready. He's at the forefront, panting and breathing and salivating for more age assessment of models. And we are Sprue Review, and you might see a couple of different guys on here, but it'll be mostly us four. Thanks. Like us on Twitch and Insta and Facebook.
Give us feedback as well. What do you want to see?
Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all love. So,
hey, is this going on video, by the way?
Mate, we filmed this on video. This is video.
Because, this is our Instagram page, is it?
Thank you, Tommy. Good point. So you see our little names there. That's us. If you wish to find, follow, like.
Follow us all.
Just there. And,
see the face behind the painting. We're not all just mindless paintbrushes.
That's a whole topic.
Most of us. Yeah,
Art
definitely.
can be very usury, you don't often see the artist. It's the thing that's produced.
More importantly,
so
if you see us around, if you see us at an event, some of us are lucky enough to be living near Warhammer World, so if you see us around and we're frequenters.
But if I don't like you, just nod, I'll nod back. It'll be civil. We won't fall out. Don't pour beer on my leg. We'll be cool.
Controversial.
Right, yeah. So, guys, we'll see you next time. Any final thoughts from Matt? Final thoughts from Tommy?
I've enjoyed it. Can't wait to do the next one, mate.
Yeah, same. I've enjoyed it.
Me too. Lance? And be excellent to each other.
Oh. Yeah, man. Is that it? We're done?
Yeah.
Have you pressed done on it?
There we go.